Hi folks, and our easy to follow maths video today is factorising using common factors. Two brackets x plus 3 means 2 times everything in the bracket. So it's 2 times x, which is 2x, and then plus, because there's a plus in the bracket, then 2 times 3, which is 6. And when we multiply out a bracket, that's called expanding the bracket. But if we work the other way, i.e. we take the expression on the right hand side 2x plus 6 and we rewrite it as 2 lots of x plus 3, that's called factorising. And it's factorising using a common factor where 2 is the common factor, because 2 can divide into both 2x and 6. So that's what we're trying to do in today's lesson. Here's our first example, and we ask ourselves the question, what divides into both 2x and 10? And hopefully when you've thought about that, you realise that 2 will divide into both 2x and 10, which means we can write 2x plus 10 as 2 lots of something. So the question is, what now needs to go in the bracket? Well, 2 times something needs to give me 2x. So the something will be x. Then in the bracket, what should go there? Well, if we look at our expression, it's a plus sign, so we put a plus sign in the bracket. And then we ask ourselves, 2 times something has to give us 10. What must the something be? It has to be 5. Therefore, 2x plus 10 can be written as 2 brackets x plus 5, because the 2 brackets means 2 lots of, or 2 times x plus 5. Here's example 2. We ask ourselves, what divides into both 3x and 12? And the answer to that question is 3. So 3x subtract 12 can be written as 3 lots of something. What's the something? What has to go in the bracket? So 3 times something has to give me 3x. Therefore that something will be x. What's the sign in the bracket? Well, we look at the expression. It's a subtraction. So in the bracket, it's a subtraction. Then we ask ourselves that 3 times something has to give me 12. So 3 times what gives me 12? And the answer to that is 3 times 4 gives me 12. So 3x subtract 12 can be written as 3 lots of x subtract 4. In example 3, what divides into both 4y and 20? And the answer to that is 4 can be divided into 4y and 20, which means 4y subtract 20 can be written as 4 lots of something. What needs to go in the bracket? 4 times something has to give me 4y, so that something will be y. The sign in the bracket has to match the sign of the expression, so that would have to be a subtraction. And then finally, 4 times something has to give me 20, so that something must be 5. And 4y subtract 20 can be written as 4 brackets y subtract 5. Here in example 4, it's a bit more difficult. We have to ask ourselves, what divides into 4xy and 2x squared? Well, what divides into 4 and 2? And the answer to that is 2. Then what divides into x and x squared? And the answer to that is x. Now we can't find something that will divide into y and something else, because there isn't a y term in the 2x squared. So the largest thing that divides into 4xy and 2x squared is going to be 2x. So 2x times something has to give me 4xy. What is the something? Well, to get from 2 to 4, I need to be multiplying by 2, so there needs to be a 2 there. And to get from x to an xy, I must have multiplied by a y. So 2x times something gives me 4xy. The something must be 2y. Then the sign in the bracket has to be a subtraction. And then 2x times something gives me 2x squared. What must be the something be? Well, to get from x up to an x squared, I must have multiplied by x. So 4xy subtract 2x squared can be written as 2x brackets 2y subtract x. And our final example, the most difficult of the lot, okay, what divides into all that expression, okay? Well, do it in bits. Look at the numbers. What divides into 10 and 15? And the largest thing that divides into 10 and 15 is 5. Then what divides into c cubed and c? And the largest thing that divides into both those is c. And finally, what divides into d squared and d to the power of 4? And the answer to that is d squared. So 5cd squared is going to be the common factor. That'll be the thing that'll be outside the bracket. So take your time. 5cd squared times by something has to give me 10c cubed d squared. Do it in bits. Concentrate on the number. 5 times something has to give me 10. So the something has to be a 2. But also c times something has to give me c cubed. So I need c squared. Now d squared and d squared, that d squared there is already covered by the d squared here. So I don't need a d term in the bracket. Now look at the sign. It's a plus in the expression, so it's going to be a plus in the bracket. And then what multiplied by 5cd squared is going to give me 15c d to the 4. Again, do it in bits. Okay. 5 times something has got to give me 15. So the number will be a 3. Then the c term, okay, which you've got there, is covered here. So I need d squared times by d squared to give me d to the power of 4. And that is our final answer. So take your time, that was a tricky one. Okay, just check when you multiply back. Okay, 5 times 2 gives me 10. C times c cubed. Sorry, I beg your pardon. C times c squared gives me c cubed. And I've got the d squared to match the d squared there. For the second term, 5 times 3 gives me 15. C covers the c there. And then d squared times d squared gives me d to the 4.